It was a night unlike any other, a night of fear and faith, a night when judgment passed over some and fell upon others. Long before kingdoms rose and fell, before empires ruled the earth, one meal eaten in haste would change the destiny of an entire people. This is the story of the Passover. The children of Israel had lived in Egypt for generations. What began as refuge became slavery. Pharaoh feared their numbers and bound them with hard labor, brick making, field work, and oppression. Their cries rose up to God. God heard their groaning and raised up a deliverer. A man named Moses, once raised in Pharaoh's house, was sent back to Egypt with a message from the Lord. "Let my people go." Pharaoh refused, and so the Lord sent signs and wonders upon Egypt. Water turned to blood, frogs, lice, flies, disease, hail, darkness. Each plague showed the power of God. Yet Pharaoh hardened his heart. Then came the final judgment. God told Moses that at midnight, the firstborn in the land of Egypt would die, from the palace of Pharaoh to the lowest household. But there would be a way of escape. The Lord gave clear instructions. Each household was to take a lamb without blemish. They were to kill it at twilight, roast it with fire, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They were commanded to take the blood of the lamb and strike it upon the two side posts and the upper doorpost of their houses. God said, "When I see the blood, I will pass over you." They were told to eat the meal dressed for departure, loins girded, sandals on their feet, staff in hand. This was not a feast of comfort, but of readiness. At midnight, the Lord passed through Egypt. In every house without the blood, there was loss. But in the homes marked by obedience, the judgment passed over. That night, Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron. Broken at last, he said, "Rise up and get you forth from among my people." The children of Israel left Egypt in haste, hundreds of thousands strong. They carried unleavened dough and the promise of freedom. God commanded that the Passover be kept forever, a memorial of deliverance. Generation after generation would remember how the Lord brought them out with a mighty hand. The Passover was more than a meal. It was obedience, faith, and salvation. It was life spared because blood was seen. The story of Passover reminds us that deliverance comes through faith and obedience. It is a story of mercy, rescue, and hope, a night that changed history forever.
Do you know that if you stay with God to the end, He can deliver you from your enemies? If you enjoy this story to this point, like,